Yeah. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Streets are jam-packed, everybody trying to go to the cemetery. On our way to the cemetery, we took a little side street and went to a little market on the corner to buy some things. While we were standing there, this little boy in a red hat approached me saying, inviting me to his home to check out his ofrenda, which is his offering. And he's like, come. He was basically pulling me, and I told the group, and they all said, heck yeah, let's go. And so we walked in here and checked it out.
It was like the walkway for the spiritual, like a red carpet rollout for the spirits.
Quiero decir, si lo tienen como relacionado con el Mixquic.
Pues desde que yo era chiquita, así como ya aquí en pueblo se acostumbraba a los pero les digo que antes nada de gente, todo nomás era el pueblo.
Y luego se hizo famoso.
Ya se hizo famoso, ya cuánta gente viene, les digo que ya nos vinieron a quitar nuestras tradiciones que eran, porque estábamos tranquilos, estábamos sentados hasta las 4 de la mañana en el panteón, estamos sentados de familiar, pero la ofrenda pues así en las casas, pues digo que en la calle pues ya nomás es una...
Tiene muy bonita tradición.
Sí.
Yo vengo desde Los Ángeles, imagínense, desde Los Ángeles. Mi familia es de Guadalajara, pero sí venimos desde muy lejos. Pero es muy bonito aquí el pueblo, muy bonito todo. Muy bonita su ofrenda y todo.
Sí, te le digo que ahora de la pandemia alumbramos aquí en nuestra casa, porque el panteón estuvo cerrado, no nos dejaron entrar.
Sí.
Entonces por eso prefirió alumbrar ahorita.
Por eso ahorita dije, no, pues me voy a regresar a mi casa porque me van a tumbar. Y mejor ahorita llego y pongo mi ofrenda allá para alumbrar. Porque aquí está más tranquilo.
Sí. ¿Y hace cuánto se empezó a hacer famoso?
Ya también ya tiene como unos 10 años.
10 años.
Sí. Cuando yo era muy chiquita, pues tenía y todo lo demás era la tradición de Mixquic.
Sí.
Otro día, los compadritos, los ahijados, temprano ya les traen su desayuno. Pasó los gatitos, ya nos juntábamos y ya me traían mi ofrenda, yo les daba yo su ofrenda. Y así era la tradición.
Sí, está muy bien. Bueno, yo soy de aquí de México también. Familiares que vienen a visitarnos este día. Desde China, Japón.
Ya.
Y ahora más con esta película de Coco. ¿Sí vio la película? Bueno, hay una película muy famosa, se llama Coco, pero no es el Coco, el monstruo. Sí, es muy chistoso. Es que se supone que la mamá se llama Coco, la abuelita, la más grande. Pero bueno, pues sí, por eso se hizo ahora más por la alumbrada.
1 hour later.
No será difícil dar con su domicilio. Viven los basureros.
So this is the entrance into the cemetery here. You can see how crammed up it is because of the overflow of people visiting, tourists from the country, from outside the country.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little background story on this Barrio Mágico, which is a magical town that became famous from the movie Coco, if you haven't seen it or heard about it. But San Andres Mixquic is located right outside Mexico City. Mixquic means in mesquite, which used to be a small island on Lake Chalco. And its history is pretty much based on chinampas, which are floating gardens that were on the lake's waters and tied to the island. But drainage of this lake started in the 19th, 20th century by the conquistadors, but its ancient ties and traditions are still well and alive till this day. It's most famously recognized for its Day of the Dead, which is Dia de Muerto celebration that is officially on November 1st and 2nd, but they really start celebrating it here and throughout the country, but especially Mexico City. They'll start in early October. See people wearing masks, face paint. You'll see all kinds of ornaments up around the city and businesses, houses, and like that. So Mixquic goes back to people who migrated from nearby Xochimilco, which is a river where a lot of boats line up and people take like little cruises, and you have drinks, eat, and it's a good experience as well. But these back in the day, these people migrated to Mixquic, which was a small island, like I mentioned, and so over time, Mixquic got overrun by the people who migrated from Xochimilco to here, by Azcapotzalco, and then the people of Tenochitlan. This whole tradition is pretty much known and dated back to the Aztecs, where from Tenochtitlan, which is now modern day Mexico City, they would walk all the way out here to celebrate this Day of the Dead, which the Day of the Dead is celebrating lost loved ones. It's not a sad moment. It's not Halloween, it's just a remembrance of those loved ones that have passed away. And so they do what's called the Alumbrada, which is lighting up, where they light up candles. They go to the cemetery, they clean the cemetery, bring gifts, foods, drinks. There's a lot of incense being burned. So you'll see a lot of flowers, fruits, bread, which is bread of the dead, a special bread that they make during this time of year that has figures of bones on top in an X shape. You'll see sugar skulls and alcohol, just kind of like what you do now when you go to the cemetery. You bring gifts. So the candles are being lit. Each one is for every soul, so it represents someone who's passed away. As the mythology goes, with the candle being lit, the sun passes through the zenith. All the souls return to town and to their old homes, to which the aroma of the copal is guiding them back to their loved ones, their homes, or to their favorite dishes. And so also another tradition is pulque. Pulque is this alcoholic beverage that they make from this cactus type plant, which is also seen everywhere all throughout the year, but you'll see that being drank a lot during this time of year. So as mentioned, this used to be an island on the Lake Chalco, which after some time of the conquest of the Spanish here, they started draining the lake around the 19th, 20th century. Bernal Diaz del Castillo describes Mixquic during the history of the conquest, full of white towers, temples, and the Spaniards had nicknamed it Venezuela because it was so similar to Venice in Italy. But by the 1960s, there was no more water at the lake, and definitely was the end of the chinampas. Affected some of the harvest and growing that the farms did, that you can still find surrounded here when you're on your way to Mixquic.
Even if you are not ready for the day,